it's alright. I still have some qualms about it, but I think it's alright. Harold, yeah, it's been a while. I've been good. Had some college issues, but I will be graduating, so that's exciting and also scary because now I'll have to be an adult for real now. But how about you guys? How have you all been? How's everybody? And how's Relative? They did this for dirty. They did. Like, I understand the reasoning. Like, hey, you don't want an overpowered good character, but also, like, yeah, I understand, but still, it feels junk. Adulthood, yes. Hello, Leona Baker. Ooh, CG, wishing the best, Pegasus. I'm good, thank you. Nice. College is draining my energy. Yep. And of course, the moment I start streaming, someone has to show up. Hello. Why can't he be OP? He's literally an angel of the high rank. So, in the show, this is the reasoning. Hell is more than just a place, but is also a punishment. And his punishment is that he can't do anything to the sinners. So essentially, if a sinner was going to break into his house, he can't, I guess, stop them because he can't hurt them. Your Majesty passed. Kitty, yes. Of course, she was chilling on a bed somewhere, and of course, the moment I start streaming, she's like, people, I must come for attention. Even if they want his rubber duck collection, he cannot harm the sinners. That's the in-show reason why he is useless. Honestly, he can just send or hire someone, no? That's what I'm assuming. Like, why can't he just stick the Goishas onto them? But that would be too smart of the show to do that, so I don't think they will. And, like, I understand, but it doesn't feel like it's a consistent thing. Like, so far, it seems like it's only Lucifer and Angel Dust who are truly suffering in hell, while literally everybody else seems to be just going about their life. And, like, the biggest nitpick for me when it comes to Hazbin Hotel Season 2, I don't like the fact that apparently the exterminations have only been going on for 7 years. Because the Goishas are too far up their tail feathers to care about Lucy. Which is strange because apparently Lucy is the one who created them, so I would assume or hope they would listen to their creator. But yeah, so apparently the Goishas were created by Lucifer, and the exterminations have only been going on for 7 years, which is weird and dumb to me. Because in Season 1, Charlie made it seem like these exterminations have been going on for a very long time. Oh, hi, Midnight. How are you doing? Why only 7? It feels like it should have been 7 or 7,000 or higher. Oh my gosh. Who stuck their nose to tone it down? I don't know. Good, you? I'm doing good. We're discussing Hazbin Hotel Season 2. I think it's okay. It has many hiccups that I just can't overlook. Hi, KC99. But yeah, like, I understand, like, 7, because supposedly Lilith disappeared 7 years ago, Alistair disappeared for 7 years, and I get it, they're trying to connect all these together, but honestly, it sounds really dumb, because Charlie, this has only been going on for like a tiny blip of your life. It's only a recent occurrence. And that mean, wouldn't that imply that your dreams were just a very recent thing? That means you only had this dream for like 7 years. Seven instances, but they can have expanded that in the show lore. Honestly, going back to season 1, exterminations didn't like what they had to do to the sinners. Baggy get kicked out because she would actually start to enjoy the job and causing pain. Hi, Issa Dragon. Yeah. And apparently Lilith's whole thing before she disappeared was she quote-unquote empowered demons? Or she told... what, according to Charlie, she empowered people and had peaceful protest. But I'm like, what were they peacefully protesting about if the exterminations weren't a thing? What were they protesting against if there was no extermination going on? Because essentially this extermination happened after or when Lilith disappeared. The price of this show has to pay... the price this show has to pay for being on Amazon. Yeah. Did you see the new update video on Cookie Run Kingdom? Oh yes I did. I am very excited to see what Dark Enchantress Cookie is up to, because she's just going off on these beast cookies. Oof, maybe unfair judgment on souls. Maybe, but... well, according to Viv herself in interviews, she says that there is a god, but she's not really going to touch on it, because it's just something so mysterious about him that she's not going to attempt to try. I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. Yeah, possible midnight. But also we know that Lilith loves to do... yeah, and then there's Loot whole thing. Loot had a pretty awesome song with Gravity, but sucks that she gets shoved to the back, and we don't get much more of her. Like, we thought she was probably gonna be like an antagonist this season, but nah, she's kind of just existing in the back. Yep, she is going crazy. She is. I wonder why they made the Speaker of God look like a Guisha. Like, we know she's not a Guisha, so why? According to Vivzy Pop, Lucifer created the Goishas, and he created the Goishas to look like, the Speaker of God. Or at least have a resemblance to her, or birds. Because birds are the closest thing that can fly close to heaven but never truly reach it, according to her. Hi, cat. I think that's good on Viv not touching on her world's gods, because being surrounding them are more than doing big stuff. Wait, couldn't they just show Sir Pentious at Vox concert show thingy? I feel like that would have worked, plus I don't get why Lute was there after singing a song about vengeance. Yeah, this is also a little bit of an annoyance to me. I wish they could have made Vox just clever and manipulative while not dumbing down everybody else. Because I felt like they intentionally dumbed down Charlie and the Angels literally just to make Vox seem smart and manipulative and able to twist words. Like, I'm sure he still could have twisted words even if they did the smart thing, because manipulative people will prey on people's emotions, and the sinner's emotions at the time are very angry. He could have easily played on those angers and be like, and so what if one sinner made it to heaven? What about everybody else who was slain by angels? Are they up there? Because if not, why would you want to send us to the place where yada yada yada? It's not that hard. You don't have to dumb down the Angels and Charlie to make Vox seem smart. I just love Sir Pentious' human design. Who is with me? I think Sir Pentious' human form is cute. I think he's cute. Very cute. Very cute. I'm from Florida. Yeah, that got a giggle out of me. That was a little funny. And what else is there to say? While I do like all these new songs, I feel like there's too much songs. I think there's too many songs at this point. Because at this point, Viv should know that each season she got the green light on season 3 and 4. At this point, she should know she has 8 episodes per season, so she really needs to trim down on the unnecessary fat and really focus on what is important to the story. Amazon's big smiling face got involved. I'm not entirely sure if it's Amazon's fault, because I've heard from other people. Of course, I've yet to find evidence of what they said, but according to some people, they said Viv wanted 8 episodes. Take this with a grain of salt, because I've yet to find like that actual interview where she says that. I'm still looking into that to see if that's legit or not. So we can't 100% blame Amazon if it is true that Vivzy wanted 8 episodes per season. Again, take what I say with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's true or not. This is simply what I heard. I have nothing to say anymore. I'm already working on animations thinking of has been making my head hurt. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does make your head hurt a little bit. So far, my favorite songs in the show in season 2 is Sarah's Confession, Gravity, and Easy. Those are my 3 favorite songs right now. And the biggest thing, a lot of my animator friends who I meet in school, when we do talk about the show, a lot of us unanimously say is that we think season 2 should have been the season 1. I will say 8 episodes can still tell a compelling story with all the details you need. How someone goes about writing it and who else gets involved is the issue. I agree with you on the songs, Pegasus. Thank you. Nifty Song is my top one. Oh yeah, Nifty Songs is very funny. I like Nifty Songs is pretty funny. Metal Wolf, hello. We're just having a quick little chat of like our thoughts on Hazbin Hotel season 2. And while I do like the fact they're giving Charlie flaws, or at least it's a lot more prevalent now, I do wish these flaws were addressed in season 1. Because this kinda, while I understand why it's flaring up the way it is, I still feel like this should have been season 1's thing. Because season 1 Charlie feels like she suits more better in season 2. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. But anyways, I'm going to be doing something that I'm bringing back an oldie but a goodie. How have you been doing? I've been doing good. I'm just making my way through college and working my way towards graduation. Yeah, the Christmas Carol. So I'm finally returning to this to this project. And it's been sitting in my computer in my flash drives for who knows how long. We believe in you, Pegasus. Thank you. But yeah, like memory lane, guys. Actually, let me open up all of the files I have so far. 1, 3, and 4. And page 1 goes back here. Of course, Ryan has sparkling with style, yes. Still love this project you've got. Thank you. My top fave, Sarah's Confession Gravity, Don't You Forget, Easy, Losing Streak, both Vox songs, Once We Get Up There, Love in a Bottle. Those are very good songs. All the songs are very, very good. I cannot deny that Hazbin Hotel has very good songs. It's just, I think there's too many songs, and it's taking up too much time for more important things in the show. Funny enough, today I actually got back into Welcome Home. Yeah, well, supposedly Welcome Home should be having a pretty big update soon. So of course we start off back with Frank being freaked out that another ghost is here, getting all up in their face. He's like, "Sup, buddy? Personal space, please. Who are you? Who am I? Well, I'll tell you. It's nice to see the royal cat queen today. She looks gorgeous as ever. Thank you. I missed this comic. Glad you're going back. Yep. Since it's almost around Christmas time too, I should probably get to work on it. Yes. Get ready to have our hearts broken again. Also, I finally did it. You finally did what? I am the ghost of Christmas present. Not another spirit. Consider it a gift from me. I am a spell of a person. So you're the spirit of wasting time and money. No. Presents are not a waste. It is the thought and effort behind the gift that speaks. A lot goes into a good gift, so it is not a waste of time and money. I finally got my best friend from high school into Epic. Nice. I hope you guys enjoy the musical together. Let's get moving. Lots to see with little time. Oh no. No more time travel. Oh no. We're doing this with more sophistication. Oh, whoosh. Snaps and summons a table, brings Eddie to the table, and summons a whole feast. Gosh, everything is full of Christmas since November 1st. It's a bit annoying when your birthday is November. Wait, no, it depends. Yeah, I get that. I wish people had. Well, I wish there were more songs for Thanksgiving, but there aren't many good songs for Thanksgiving. So it's like, well, just play some Christmas music. For me, the reason why I'm working on Christmas stuff now, it's because I'd rather have this done so I'm not working during Christmas. Love, YN present. Thank you, Sassy YN. For dinner, YN. Thank you for the dinner. Yep. Where's 5? Here we go. And it's just a whole feast. And she's eating. Nothing like dinner and a show. Show what? And then you see her face being like, yeah. So I think for the most part I'm going to try and finish these up. Or at least get the line art finished. Wipe these guys are pretty much finished. This one needs line art. Yeah, I might actually do something, not gonna lie. I just personally love Halloween more since I'm Scorpio, baby. November, baby. Nice. I don't really do much for Halloween, although I did have a nice time celebrating a friend's birthday on Halloween. We watched Minus Kaiju, and we had a very fun time. I wonder if there are other songs I can play. I'll just sprinkle in some of the new songs that are very fun and try not to get in trouble. I mean, Thanksgiving doesn't have a ton of good representation. That doesn't match better with Christmas. After all, the whole world can celebrate Christmas, but only a few countries celebrated Thanksgiving. Oh, you watched Godzilla -1? Yeah, that's what we watched. That's like, my friend's like favorite movie, and that's what he watched for his birthday.
Friday is company karaoke, 90s pop theme.
Get out of here, Grammarly.
Shut up, you know that I love you, but that's enough of this spiral. Some of your dreams haven't come true. Well, here's how we'll break the cycle. Your hand, my hand, your body and mine. They can withstand the fire in line. Cause anyone who finds love in hell.
Thanksgiving dinners look fun. They are fun. Me and my family do Thanksgiving dinner, and we have it's very nice because there's a lot of good food we eat.
The rest is easy, baby. I appreciate all of that, but we need our friends to come back. We can do it. You're my pillar, my heart's a filler, but there's no way this line is sober. Everyone's gone, we're facing a war. We can't get in touch with anyone anymore. Shut up, you know that
Yo,
I love
yay,
you,
good music,
but you're
yes.
forgetting who we are. In a pit that doesn't let sun through. Somehow we manage to see stars. Your heart, my heart, when I am with you. Two souls, one goal, we'll never lose. Cause anyone who finds love in hell can do anything, baby. You and me don't need no one else to make it through the crazy. No blow comes close.
Actually, there is real truth about Luke. She's I don't think that's true. But it is implied that she did have feelings for Adam. Awaken White Lily and the trailer for the next bit of the story of Dark Enchantress Cookie. I am excited to see what they're going to do with Dark Enchantress Cookie. And apparently there's going to be some cookies from Oven Break that show up, because I am not familiar with those two cookies that look like chess pieces. Nice. I want to play, but it takes so much space. My soul has been lifted with this Halloween music vibe. Thank you. And yeah, Cookie Run does take up a lot of space. Thankfully, I have a phone that can handle it. Wait, I know those cookies. I can't wait. Yes, the Just Choco Twins, White Pawn, and Black Pawn cookie. Are they a pair, or do they come separately? I think they might just come separately in the Cookie Run Kingdom game. But it would be very cool if they came as one, though. Buy one, get one free? Maybe. But I can't wait to see if they, like, update Dark Enchantress Cookie's look, either with a costume or an awakened form, because that would be pretty cool if they did. And I hear the Polar Express playing outside in the living room. They function as a pair in Oven Break, so most likely function as a pair in Kingdom. Well, that would be cool if that is the case. It would be cool if you had to play black and white cookie chess to get past them. Oh yeah, I can see why. I'm just not familiar with these cookies, so it'll be cool to see some of these like older cookies that I guess more experienced fans or fans of the other games are more aware of. Oh yeah. Has anyone been watching the second season of Campfire Cooking? What's that? It's an isekai anime with no harem. One of the pluses of this anime, there is no harem. It's an isekai movie anime about this guy getting sent to a magical world, and his only powers is he basically has the power of Amazon Prime. I have. It's so good so far. And he befriends these powerful, overpowered creatures because he makes very, very good food. I so want Wayan's robes. Yes, they are just super comfy in these robes. Oop, what was that? What was that? Okay. Such power as well, so cool though. Oh wait, I saw clips. Art looks nice. Yours and the anime. Thank you. I'm pretty sure most of the budget for that anime goes all into the cooking scenes. Because Makoto, that anime literally inspires me to cook one of these foods one day on my own time. Because they look so delicious and so good. I'm like, I have to try these foods, man. It is a must. Do it. I wish you luck. Thank you. Maybe when we take a tiny break from drawing, I can show you like some clips from the recent season to show you like all the delicious food they're eating. Speaking of other animes, Twisted Wonderland anime has finally come out. Dark Cacao Cookie is an oven bread before Kingdom. Dark Cacao is made. Oh, okay. How's Twisted Wonderland so far? It's pretty good. It's following the manga. And the manga kind of deviates from the game just a tiny bit. But the fun thing about the manga is that with each different chapters, or at least a different focus on different houses, it'll have a different main character because you can literally be anyone. So in this season, since it's focusing on Heart's Labule, it's one MC, but once they switch over to a different chapter like Savannah Claw, it's going to be a different you, which is very exciting. I saw it and I am in love. Yes. And so far I love the English voice acting. The English voice acting is very good. They picked up a very dope team to voice these characters. And so far they're on episode 3. And there's going to be potentially 8 to 9 episodes. I love that even more. You know, let's just make her staff like an ornament. BRB, okay. Are there gay people in Twisted Wonderland? I mean, the thing is, Twisted Wonderland is an adventure game, so it doesn't really focus on romance. It's not an otome, so it's not something. I don't know. The best answer is I don't know, because it doesn't focus on romance. But that doesn't stop people from simping over these characters and putting their own headcanons on them, so. There we go. Yeah, but there are gay ships in the fandom. Pretty much, yeah. If you're looking for a romance, you're gonna have to look to the fandom, because that's where you're gonna get most of your shipping and romance stuff from. Back. Nice. I think after I'm finishing up with this panel, we'll take a tiny break to look at some anime food. which I like the whole concept of the game. Manga and shows allows that. Make us hungry. Yes. He looks so annoyed. He is, because who wants to deal with 2 ghosts in one night, and one of them is a little bit too peppy. Oop, there we go. Just finished, but I can still eat. What do you think the player role from Poppy Playtime was when they worked it for the factory? It's kind of hard to say. I mean, the toys recognize them, so surely they must have been on the like more secretive side of the level. Yeah, to be fair, I love sleeping, so I'm with Frankie on this. Okay, so the line art is practically done. And then we can get to working on this big boy. But first, it's time for some anime food. Season 2. And food, yes. Let's see. Let's turn this on. Little Slime is such a cute helper. It is! He is a cute little helper, but he gets so overpowered. We'll be wondering why I woke up early just to cook. Those gyozas look really good. There was more. Where is it? Honestly, this is our Thanksgiving food. Yes, this would be our Thanksgiving, but it would be a lot better if we could actually eat the food. The artist for this anime ate. I should get going. I got school in the morning. Bye, everyone. Bye, Leona. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ugh. Come on, where's all the others? Food? I think this is the one that could easily be remade pretty easy because it's basically hamburgers. I think they work at the playcare high enough to know the toys, but low enough not to know where the toys came from. I think that's a good guess.
甘くてしょっぱくていろんな味がする。
飲み物は？
私も。
いっぱい食え食え。
我らの分はどうした？
分かってるよ。フェルたちはこっち。このボリュームなら文句ないだろう。
おお
He's just the perfect dad. Yeah, for real, where's our share? The food looks so good. I just wish they had a playlist for where all the food is. Why aren't they showing us? Where is it, man? Where is it? Oh, okay, so I wonder if this guy has all the animes listed. Here. We're not going to show the whole anime, we're just going to show the important parts, which is the food. This is making me hungry. I'm surviving off the peels, the tangerine peels. I love how Pegs is just showing us nice anime food when I instead watch Gordon Ramsay. I mean, Gordon Ramsay makes some pretty interesting foods too. How is the anime itself aside from the food? It's a nice little jaunt. It's nothing too deep, nothing too serious. It's like a good, wholesome anime. If you're looking for more wholesome anime, nothing too serious, nothing too, like, emotional, or at least emotionally heartbreaking, I'd recommend this anime for, like, if you just want to sit down, relax, just have a nice old time. Slice of life? Kind of. I guess you could say it's a slice of life anime as best you can for an isekai. Feel his food looks so good, and his insults are creative. What are you doing today? Abaddon, Merry Christmas. We're looking at very delicious anime food. Nothing too bloody. Nope. I wouldn't say too bloody. And any fighting you do see, unless it's like a serious like battle, for the most part, there's very little to no blood. Because even our main guy does not like to fight, so he's most of the time just hiding behind a rock, so. What other is there? Episode 4. Like here, I'll show you. He is a dad. What's it called? Campfire cooking in another world. Gotta keep your main means of food safe. You know, this is the type of anime you pray to respawn in instead of Demon Slayer or others. Yep. Honestly, that would be me if I was forced to go into a dungeon. Darn you, mimic chests. Well, I agree.
お
Kind of braver than Zenitsu when he's not sleeping. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's some more cooking scenes. That's what we come here for.
やっぱり前に食ったステーキがいいか。
それがいい。
よし、じゃあ国産和牛を。これだけじゃ味気ないから。お、豚の味付き肉か。塩レモンとネギ塩、それに粗挽きウインナー、お、鴨の黒胡椒ローストなんてのもあるぞ。
I'm hungry. Yeah, no doubt after this, I'm probably gonna go find a good burger after
あと
this.
は俺のサンドイッチと。お待たせ。しっかり力つけてな。
And the thing is, I am such a carnivore. Well, I wouldn't say carnivore, but I do like my meats. So the fact that he makes a lot of meat dishes is just, it makes my mouth water.
早いな。塩レモンもネギ塩もさっぱりしててうまい。これもパリッとジューシーで。はいはい。
They look so good. It does. These are his children. You cannot convince me otherwise.
やはり異世界のものもうまい。
I definitely consider the tiny dragon and Sui the children. I think him and the giant wolf are dads. They're the uncles and the dads.
まずはフェル。すげえ上がってる。ドラちゃんはあれやりすぎたか。スイはどうかな。まあボス戦。
But yeah. So for those who don't care for blood, this show is pretty chill for the most part. And the very rare instances they do fight, this is probably the most blood you'll ever really see. Because again, his familiars are so overpowered. This is like the most you'll ever see. Honestly, that's me when my mom cooks. How do moms make everything just chef's kiss? If your version of the Poppy Playtime player was turned into a smiling critter, what animal would they be? Maybe Dog Day? I don't know. Yeah, that's probably the most blood you'll ever see. Other than that, it's pretty chill.
よかったよかった。
What others? Was there more? Could have sworn there was more. Season 2. Ep 5? Or they're just flat out. Yeah, there is flat out just episodes here on YouTube.
ボスの場所、この辺りなのか。
まあ。
Their own animal. Their own animal? Oh, okay. I don't know, really. Maybe a...
そっかそっか。
Mine would be a favorite. That's a cute choice. Good choice. Maybe a wolf?
なあフェル、俺も疲れたし
Is
さ。
there any food
今日ここ
scenes
で
in
休まな
here?
い？
そうだな。外の時間もおそらく寝静まる時間帯だ。
ネットスーパーだよな。これとこれとこれとこれ。極めつけにあったかいもの食べてあったまるか。
おお、何か食わせろと言おうとしていたところだ。いいね。
よし、始めるか。まず水の入った土鍋に醤油、みりん、塩、顆粒だし、椎茸と小さめに切ったロックバードの肉を入れ沸騰させる。沸騰したらうどんを入れてもう一度蓋をする。
Pigs, have you seen the Daydream Critters? It's a fan group I found. I love the idea. Oh yeah, I have. I've seen the Daydream Critters. I heard their song too. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Okay, the wolf is basically his younger brother. Yeah.
食べたらポッカポカだぞ。よし、完成。ロックバードの肉入り鍋焼きうどん。
The dragon is cute. I love the tiny dragon. Sui sounds so cute. Sui is cute. Right now, the two cute ones is Sui and the tiny dragon. That's name is Dora, I believe, or Dora-chan. But the tiny dragon's name is Dora, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And in the English dub, Dora is voiced by Deku.
あったまる。はいはい。
より一層強い気配を感じるようになった。いよいよこの階層のボスも近い。
Fitting.
じゃあなおさら体力温存しなきゃな。冷えないうちに寝るぞ。そうだ。今日は布団も出そう。
I don't hate udon, but udon is like not my favorite soup. I prefer ramen / Simon over udon. And of course, after they defeat the monster, they have a victory feast. Oof, I gotta go, y'all. It was nice staying for a few. I hope to rejoin you someday. It was nice. Have a nice day. Sleep well and amazing art Pegasus. Thank you! The cuddle pile, yes. Have a nice day and or night, Julia.
であれば先に飯だろう。
俺もなんか食いたいぜ。スイも。
よしやるか。
水分と大量に用意したな。
ダンジョン攻略記念だからな。みんなが大好きな揚げ物パーティーだ。まずはロックバードのフライドチキン、ヤンニョム、ハニーマスタード、
Fried chicken.
タルタルソース付きだ。
この赤いソース、見た目ほど辛くないが肉の味に深みが増したぞ。
この黄色いソース甘辛でうめえ。スイこの白いの好き。
次はあっちこっちの世界を股にかけた具材の串揚げだ。フェルノは串取ってやらないとな。
あれは肉だけでいいのだが、いろいろと歯ごたえがあって面白くはあるな。
この緑がうまいし面白い。スイはお肉もお野菜も全部好き。
スイは偉いね。と今回はまだ終わらないぜ。ホットケーキミックスに牛乳、卵、塩を混ぜ合わせ、余った粗挽きウインナーを絡ませる。油は160度くらい。
Probably to see.
そして揚げる。とどめのアメリカンドッグだ。
Man, it's been forever since I had a good corn dog.
中にある肉の相性がたまらん。
赤と黄色のタレもうまいな。ふんわりじゅわーでおいしい。
今日は特別だからな。しばらくこんな贅沢はさせないぞ。
Corn dogs? Yeah. Same, I used to love eating corn dogs. I think I still do. I just don't get it often enough. It's been a long time since I had a corn dog.
まあいっか。
Yeah, let's see. Last one. Let's go back to episode 1. Nope. Man, there's all the episodes except for episode 1. Jeez, okay.
When we set out to make banquet mega bowls, we didn't tread lightly. We jam-packed them full of
the most anticipated.
Darn it, it's a recap. Alright. Well, oh geez, that's a generative AI cover. Alright. Well, I guess we're not gonna... Well, if you want to see more Campfire Cooking in Another World. It's really good. Highly recommend. Back to this. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Pirate it. There are plenty of pirating sites. If that's how you watch your anime, I'm not gonna stop you. Whoa. What happened? But is there any stuff that you guys are watching that are pretty interesting? Another show that I was watching that was on Netflix was Haunted Hotel, and I found that show very funny. Hi, sorry I'm late. It's okay. Hi, Wolfheart. Nope, I really watch TV shows. Okay. I'll be here lurking. Okay. Just gonna check something. See if I can play another song. Another song that I find good.
Someone on Depop really wants your style.
Darn it, not deep pop.
Depop, where taste recognizes taste. Download now.
A lot of sequels were announced. The Incredibles 3, Frozen 3, Cars 4, Toys 5. Yeah, on Netflix there's a show called Culpri. It's a cartoon, but I think you will like it. Oh, what's it about? Frogs and scorpions at war with each other. Oh, okay.
never completed you. Maybe then you'll get a little heated too, and understand why this is what I need to do. Storms coming, I can see the clouds. Nobody's gonna save you now, and heartbreak is gonna fall down like gravity, like gravity. Eye for an eye says you owe me a debt. Loved him and we're gonna get your hands wet. The floods coming, now you can't bet on tragedy, like gravity.
Oh yeah, did you guys know that apparently the Has-Been Hotel had a collab cafe in Japan? So there was like a lot of cool merchandise that would be in Japan, all of them dressed in maid outfits or butler outfits, depending on which one. I know that I wished I could have went. I love that Gravity is a rock metal song. Yeah, it's a really good one. I wish I could have went. Yeah, you can always watch Emmy Richu's channel because she goes to it. She goes there and like talks about it, like her experience. And there's so many other like cafes I'd like to see, like the amazing Digital Circus cafe seems fun, even if the food would be extremely overpriced. Hi. I guess this will just be a tiny pile of chocolates. I don't know what this is. There was a cast reunion for the 25th year anniversary of the live-action Grinch. The whole thing was quite sweet. I didn't realize they did reunions for certain movies. I mean, I definitely knew they did it for Hook. But I wasn't aware they just did it for anyone. What did I put up there? I already put bread, chicken, cake, and like potatoes. Guys, what other foods do you guys eat for Christmas sometimes? Pudding or jelly? Well, we already got the jelly. We got the, like, the fruit jelly over there. Yeah, I can just put a picture of egg. Like, they just have a giant picture of eggnog. The next good song.
righteously leading her people, but now I'm faced with the truth. What kind of leader can't tell good from evil?
Warner Brothers Animation is collaborating with Webtoon to select 10 webcomic series to get animated adaptations. Oh boy, Webtoons, that's best place to find your source material, huh? Not that Webtoons is like horrible, but it's like there's a lot of whack comics you'll find in there. That could be iffy, yeah, pretty iffy. Weirdly enough, the comic that brought me into Webtoon was Siren's Laminate. Well, I hope they pick Dragon Twins, for that one's my favorite webtoons. Okay. Oh, Hams. That's what I was forgetting.
How do I?
I have webtoons specifically for my giant nerd boyfriend and found many interesting other stories. Right now, the story that I'm reading on webtoons is Dr. Kim of London. And it's basically about the best surgeon in Korea getting isekai back in time to Victorian era London, and having to help teach these guys how to do good actual medicine, because a lot of practice back in the Victorian area is not good, not the best. A lot of things they did not understand. And of course, in that time setting, he has to deal with a lot of other things like misunderstanding of medicine, racism, and all that kind of thing. Classism. It's a really good one. Yeah, I like the story a lot. Oof, yep, oof. But he makes a lot of good friends along the way and has to navigate the weird social structure that is Victoria, London. But yeah, sounds good. It is really good. And and the person you thought you would hate in the beginning turns out to be like the best uncle father figure ever. Because he ends up being like the main character's like biggest hype man for the main character, and it's great. Yeah. Another series I'm reading is Castle Swimmer. Started out as a gay mermaid story and grew into a fascinating fantasy story. Oh yeah, I remember that story. I kind of lost interest in it over time. So what happens? So I mean, if you don't mind spoiling me, what's happening so far? How far do you go? So I can give a proper recap. The last thing I remember was, I think the prince gave himself a scar or something. Like, I'm pretty sure the last thing I remember was like the two kind of escaping the castle. It was definitely after they caught the sparkle goldfish boy. They talk for a bit and they form a relationship and a bond. And I think he tries to help the prophecy goldfish get out of the castle. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I last read the thing, so my memory on the thing is kind of fuzzy. Another one. Let's see. Here's a fun song.
You had the whole day thought through. A quick pop into Sephora to grab yourself a little treat, and then lunch with your...
These Elysian nights, alone in the golden skies, lost in
So they try to smuggle him out of the castle with two other queens, but the Shark Queen found out, and the golden one got injured. They got concerned, and the prince refused to let him die. Okay.
at the scene of the crime. They say time heals all wounds, but the wounds are what I miss. 'Cause every brush with death meant much more than a kiss. Can you hear me calling from way the fuck down here? Those golden days of brawling were the best of all my years. I'm bored as fuck without you. Are you bored without me too? I'm longing for just one night more of beating the piss out of you.
Oh, I'm so glad those two still love each other. For me, the thing is, it's cute, but the thing is, if it had more time for these two characters, maybe I would have been more receptive of this ship coming out of nowhere. But because we hardly see these two, or they barely interacted much in season 1, to me, it felt very much out of nowhere. But then again, time restraint, episode restraint, and Viv not having good time management and all that. It's cute, but I'm like, I wish we saw more of them, essentially. It is then revealed the prophecy is wrong because the beacon was supposed to kill the prince, not the other way around. She changed it to the prince kills the beacon to protect her son. Oh, okay. I can agree with that, but it's still cute. It is still cute. It got us a very good love song out of this. A good song out of this. It would be a good cartoon. Castle Swimmers? Castle Swimmers has a very interesting premise. I do find it very interesting. Sadly, I just lost interest over time. Because I guess I was more interested in the prophecy story drama of the thing, and not necessarily like the romance between the two main characters, weirdly enough. Because the beacon supposedly is like is basically the source of like all these other species' prophecies. Like he's always at the core of it. But the fact that like he's been messing up some of these prophecies, or it's not coming to fruition like how some of them believe, and so he feels very down on his luck about it. I guess I was more interested in that aspect of the story than the relationship part. Hi, Ozzy. Since it has a huge plot twist. Oh, okay. I know it's been a long time since I've been on. Yeah, how have you been, Ozzy? Been working on school and art. Nice. I've also been working at school and art. Plus, last Friday was my birthday. I'm officially 18. Congratulations. Then season 1 is over. In season 2, the prince and the beacon left the castle and they are separated. The beacon turned red due to entering more tropical waters and meets 3 octopus witches. Nice. Okay, bye. Alright, what other songs are there?
Magic happens when you dare to reimagine the path in front of you. That's when your boldest ideas take flight.
The witches are after a giant monster that attacked their kingdom, leaving them as soul spiders. They realize that he can lead them to the monsters and keep him with them for their revenge. Okay. Cool, cool.
Hey, Perv, hands off the chest fluff.
That's the has been guaranteed.
Hands off the chest fluff.
My whole life's been a fucking joke, and my
But the guy literally tripped over strips. He didn't intentionally touch him.
Have a beer.
I don't drink.
I just know you're gonna love it here. We can live in harmony.
No, I can't make a fucking Mai Tai.
That's the has-been guarantee. Now repeat
See,
after me.
has been until mentioned? Yeah. In the beginning of the stream, we were talking a little bit of our thoughts on the recent season. I think it's okay. Some things I'm just a bit nitpicky about.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
That's right.
I'm upside down.
Redemption got you snoring? That scene was fucking boring. Have you considered a vocation that is more rewarding? Because I sent a drop of star potential. With a little boost, that drip could turn torrential.
Come on down to the tower, where we have talent flower. No telling how hot you could
So if it only
Let's start with a killer fit.
So, if it has only been 7 years of Charlie having this idea, or even less, yeah, no wonder she's in over her head. Definitely did not have time to plan, and also, like, if Adam made The Exorcists, how old are The Exorcists? How old is Vaggie? Because wouldn't that kind of imply Vaggie's like 7 years old, but just looks like an adult woman?
Scratch that, they changed the channel, and we can't sell the scandal.
It's alright, I do hate how last season she realized her mistakes and stuff like that, and she just is repeating the cycle this season. Yeah. Meanwhile, the prince is trying to survive with the help of the axolotl, with shark teeth, and meets two traveling tuna. And they teach him how to survive and he joins them. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because it feels like... I guess it feels more so in Season 2 that we can more clearly see her flaws. I just wish this version of her was Season 1, and the one in Season 1 was Season 2. Where, yes, it is still happening, but it's a little bit more down low, and a little bit more low-key.
Trust me. Trust us. No, I meant to say us.
Yeah,
It's so silly. It is, yeah. Maybe like robots,
Working
they
across teams
look
is
older
tough,
and act
but
older than
Asana
they are
helps you
actually
handle it.
created.
That's because Asana is where human.
Yeah, a lot of my friends do agree that Season 2 should have been the Season 1, because I feel like the Heaven conflict was too soon. It would have been nice for, like, Charlie has this idea, like, oh my gosh, maybe we can do this instead. No one has to die. But Vox, after finding out, like, oh wait, exorcists can die due to their own blades, can be killed. He makes a lot of hollow promises, and basically Season 2 happens. And Charlie's like, guys, we can't do this. This is going to make us look bad in the eyes of heaven. We're trying to get them to there. Also, the Exterminate were created to only be fighters, and probably not go too deep into the emotions. Yes, my name is... Yes, I'm literally King of Hell, but is bound to not be able to attack sinners. I know the punishment sucks. Like, I understand they're trying to, like, not have an overpowered good character on Charlie's side, but still, like, there's many other ways you could have gone about it. They find an abandoned kingdom full of giant terrifying monsters that turn out to be the inhabitants of the kingdom that fell due to the curse. Just like the Shark Kingdom and a mini god cursed them. Okay. But the thing is, it feels like only Angel Dust and Lucifer are truly living out their punishments. Because so far, it's just Angel Dust who's truly suffering. And then you have Lucifer. Yeah, I can see it kind of. But literally everybody else it seems like they're just living their lives. And the only truly horrifying thing they ever got to deal with is the extermination, which is only a recent occurrence, and it only happens once a year, except for that one time. So it's like, no one's really suffering in hell. So like, so that's why I do wish there was a lot more prevalent, like obvious, or not obvious, but I guess creative punishments where like, it's not so like debilitating, but it is awful to live with. Angel does deserve better. Yeah, because he's the only one who's truly suffering being in hell. Like, maybe for Husker, he was a drunkard and a gambler. Maybe in hell, he can't get drunk. He can't get drunk, and he can never win. Maybe that's his punishment. Meanwhile, the beacon and the witches find a different abandoned kingdom, and he remembers this one. When he was a kid, he entered the kingdom, and the residents were inflicted with a plague. Okay. This was kind of random when they revealed Angel to be a sleeper agent for Vox. I don't 100% hate it, but it's like, Angel Dust is literally suffering enough. Can he like get a break a little bit? And like, what's the point of Baxter? They literally introduced Baxter, and he literally quite literally does nothing throughout the whole season. Like I wish he was the secret agent. I mean, would it be obvious? Yes, but at least that gives him something to do, because right now he's literally just hanging around in the background and does nothing. And I was so excited to see what this character is all about, but he just gets sidelined, and it's like, I really wanted to see more of Baxter. Like, you have to live with something that you did while human. Like, say you dump toxic waste into the ocean. Once you get to heck, you can't live without water, and you drill toxic stuff. True, right? Baxter really does nothing. He helps Nifty, like, hello? Baxter is just a silly little guy. I mean, I wish... He is a silly little guy, but I wish, like, to see how he differs from Serpentius, other than, like, the field of study. Like, Baxter is a biologist, and Serpentius is an engineer. Like, outside of that, what makes these two characters different from each other, other than just being very similar? The prophecy of this one is that a scaler from the beacon would cure it. It worked after he tore out one of his scales with a knife, but it returned the next day. Man, the beacon's life is starting to sound just awful. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I wish we saw more of Baxter. It's one thing to be a silly little guy, it's another to have substance and not just be Nifty's new boy toy. Okay. So that's my main big gripe about Heck. Like, not many people are truly suffering, or at least anyone that we can physically see, outside of, like, Angel Dust and Lucy, I guess. Because the only suffering these people truly do experience is, you know, when the mass genocide happens. So then when these people, who are supposedly bad people, are, like, getting upset and angry, like, oh my gosh, how dare you genocide us, and think this is totally fine, yada yada yada. our anger is justified. A part of me is like, is it really though? You guys are supposed to be suffering for the horrible things you did. Yeah, true. Then they are then stuck in a cycle of curing it and returning the next day until he had no skills left to give and the kingdom perished. He was left literally skinned alive. Yikes. Yeah, not living at large and doing all the same stuff you did as human. And then I saw like a commenter says, then go for the ones that truly deserve that. But then again, but the thing is, these angels don't know why these people are there for. So it's hard to just pick and be like, this guy totally deserves it, let's get this guy. Because if we're going off of like what happened in the courtroom with Serpentius in episode 2, it seems like these people don't know their human life story. So how are they supposed to know who deserves it or not? How do we feel about the song so far? And Vox stealing all the songs. I mean, I like Vox's singing voice, he's great. I don't mind the songs. I think there's just too much songs. Like, bro, please. I mean, the guy is the main antagonist for this season, so it makes sense. He was only 8 when that happened, so he understandably had a PTSD episode when he entered the Empty Kingdom and had to pull him out. Makes sense, that would be very traumatizing. Too many songs, not enough lore. And a lot of plot holes. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, supposedly 7 years ago something very important happened, but the exterminations being only 7 years feels very heavy-fisted. Like, it did not need to be 7 years. It could have been, this happened for thousands of years, but it only got worse over time. And maybe, like, after Lilith disappeared, then it got a whole lot worse. Then, like, in 7 years, in the last 7 years, it got a whole lot more worse. There you go. You can still have your tie-in with Lilith and them, and still have this be a long occurring thing, which gives Charlie a very long dream of this hotel thing and idea. It's basically 18 plus Disney story, pretty much, yeah. No, for real. I think it makes sense. I mean, here's the thing. Lilith, for the longest time, was empowering demons, telling them to resist, and to have peaceful protest. If there was no mass genocide happening during that time, what were they protesting about? If there was nothing, if heaven wasn't doing anything, what were they mass protesting about? And once Lilith disappeared, only then did these things happen. So it's like, what? Also, speaking of Lilith, I thought she was gonna be a major character, but she's just a background character, only appearing once in a while in every episode. Pretty much. I think Vivs is gonna hold on to her, this mystery, for a long time. Also, is this coming from Lilith, Lucy, or Charlie? From both sides. Vox makes a reference to Lilith about empowering demons, but he twists it, but he says she did this to rise up against heaven. He's only continuing what she started. But according to Charlie, Charlie says she was merely empowering people and having peaceful protests. So that's the thing, we still don't know much about Lilith. We do know she was indeed empowering demons and wanting them to protest or rise up against something, but what? It only says resist and nothing else. Protest would never mention. Well, Charlie mentioned it. She said it was a peaceful protest, according to Charlie. And according to Vox, whether it's true or not, we cannot tell until later. She wanted them to rise up against something. But what? So far what we can deduce was something that is true. Lilith was empowering people. She wanted them to resist and rise up against something. In what way and how, we are not sure. Ah yes, Charlie is so blinded by her mom being a good-hearted person that she doesn't know the true story. Wonder if Lucy knows the truth. I don't know, he might also be blinded by his wife as well. Because it seems like he didn't really do much of the ruling. Lilith did. So it's hard to say. Swear there are just so many plot holes. Or at least just not a lot of things answered. A lot of questions, not enough answers. And of course, Charlie's mother issues. I really do hope they do pull through and they stick with the mother issues, and like her mother was not the best person that she remembered her to be. But I have a feeling Viv is just gonna be like, oh no, she was either the Rosie being the Lilith theory is true, or Viv is just gonna find some way to like be like, oh no, I did it for a very good reason. I had a very good reason for leaving for 7 years without telling anyone, and ignoring all your calls. Taking a break from talking about Castle Swimmers to point out that for House Motel, they are trying to cram a 6-season story in 4 seasons, and Viv has always sucked at storytelling. I think Viv has very interesting concepts and ideas, but is not the best at executing them. Because for the most part, from what we've seen, I was really hoping Hazbin Hotel would be more philosophical, and that they would be challenging Charlie more philosophically and not straight up war. Because how many war stories are you gonna have? Season 1, war between heaven and hell. Season 2, more war between heaven and hell. How much more war story are you gonna have with small, with ever so slight philosophical things on the side? It's not a call, just questions with no answers. I really do hope they answer that, because right now I'm just like very confused and wondering why it's only been 7 years. I feel like it still would have been just as impactful if it had been happening for a longer time. She needs a better team to help her. Yeah. Yeah, no. At this point, she should really know that she only gets 8 episodes per season. She really needs to trim down on what is important. She can't waste time on characters that are not going to be important to the story. Because she's focused on Hazbin Hotel and Helva, she did a webcomic series about Zootopia. I read it, and she often forgot the pieces of her own lore. Well, I never read Zootopia, so I can't really say if that is true or not. But I'm just gonna take your word for it. And people say, well, if she had more episodes, she could do better, but Hell of a Boss is right there, and Hell of a Boss, she can make all the episodes she wants, and it still feels off and weird at times. Viv isn't the only writer on The Hazbin, but she is definitely in charge, so that means she has to read these scripts, and they have to get her, like, thumb of approval. Your writers can't just write stuff and just pass it on to the next person. Yeah, she needs someone to tell her, no, this doesn't make sense. What's already had been going on. I'm not too sure. For the most part, I'm just keeping an open mind, even if I do have quorums. True Angel, but as the director, she is the one who decides which scripts tell the story and wants it to be told.
I've been running all over hell on some fruitless crusade for years, playing nice at a stupid hotel because you promised me power, and now I'm lacking. So you better...
Sounds like you really could do with a little reminder of
Before Hazbin told us what time, the original plan was 6 seasons with 12 episodes each.
Always there to lend an ear. I've dealt with you fairly, been patient, it's true. But remember, my dear, you're in my zoo, don't you forget. You are my pet. I say when to sit and stay, go over or go back, don't you forget. There's no way out. You're a debt until the day you settle your account.
I've served you faithfully for an age, obeyed demands, contained my rage, went off the air for years on your behalf.
I know, and you're so kind.
And since you made me disappear, my name inspires much less fear. The least that you can do is fix my
Yeah, I could see Rosie being Wolf or even
you
Rue.
know the words.
I'm more leaning towards I'm hoping she's Rue, more than Lilith. Because we already have enough daddy issues. Can we have, I don't know, can we have a mommy issue? Is that too much to ask? Can we have mama drama? And like Charlie having to come to terms with that. Oh, my mom is not this amazing person as I thought she was. Yeah, okay. So this is finished. And what else is there to say? While I wish we saw more of Charlie coming to realize the error of her ways and not just noticing that her girlfriend was in distress and be like, and then she comes to this realization off screen. I wish they had their fight earlier, so then we can see Charlie slowly losing her tunnel vision and realizing, oh shoot, yeah, I am the cause of my own downfall. I really do need to step back and maybe apologize to my girlfriend. Lucy coming to terms with himself too, that Lilith was never going to be the woman he thought she was back in the garden. In my opinion, Hazbin Hotel has a lot of potential, but falls victim to too many bad circumstances, being crammed into not enough episodes, and the director doesn't know how to tell a detailed story. And I guess also just falling into I want to ship my characters trap too. Because while yes, it would be nice, that stuff, you just do not have enough time for that kind of thing. Or if you really want to tell it, it better be important to the story or have some reason being there, because yeah, there's a lot of stories she wants to tell, and if shipping and romance is just going to take up time and is not necessarily to the plot, then yeah, maybe it's best not to have it in there. You can have it be implied in the background, like how apparently Nifty and Baxter are just weirdly enough getting along, and you can tell there's like a weird connections because you see them in the background doing patty cake. So it's like you can just do stuff like that. Open. Trying to see where I left off. What if Baxter was a boy Nifty liked when they were human? I'm pretty sure Baxter may have died way earlier in the time before Nifty did, if his lore is still the same. If his lore was still the same. Yeah, he died like on the Titanic or something of that nature. And when was that? Give me a sec. Yeah, supposedly Baxter died in the 1910s, while Nifty supposedly died in the 1920s. And he was 24. So yeah, by the... Hi, Stephanie. Oof, okay. Well, I'm glad they have each other now. this song right here. How are you doing, Alice? I'm doing good. I'm drawing, trying to catch up on the Christmas Carol for Welcome Home before Christmas comes around.
Outdoor living spaces
And
are an
we're sharing
extension of
our
our
thoughts
home,
on Hazbin
and they
Hotel.
are far from standard. Every deck, porch, or patio has its own size and shape and vibe. And your unique space deserves the perfect custom rug to tie it all together. Our outdoor-friendly materials were specifically curated to be durable in any climate, yet also stylish and
That's
luxurious.
good to hear. And nice,
Our expert
Alice.
rug makers
Thank you.
then craft your design, measured to the
Wait,
inch.
get out of
and
here, ads. We don't need you.
It's not what heaven is, it's what it could be with new management in charge, like you and you and me. Once we get up there,
to finish up catching up on swimmers, they both died to the mini-god. Turns out mini-god was born from eating random gears on the ground, which originated from the god of chaos. Oh, okay. Pearly gates.
Once we get up there, up to the promised land, 100 billion souls await our every command. We're the biggest fish in hell. How about we upgrade the bowl? It's time for growth. Let's roll a boat. Take total control. Think of all your dreams that could come true. Even the wet ones. Yeah, those two. Imagine what it could enable. For my label. Yes, a heavenly host that bows to none but us. I can have hot new angels.
Tear off their wings and make them dresses.
And what's best is
That princess showed us the way
To make those haloed cabronas pay.
And once we're gods, I can't wait to say to everyone who doubted me, your doubting days are done. You'll be cornered, trapped, and tortured, then I'll end you just for fun. Once we get up there,
I gotta go. Bye, guys. Bye, Midnight. Fox doesn't know the true power of heaven has. He doesn't.
What's an overlord to a deity? They ain't got a prayer.
It'll be so nice in paradise.
With a splash of ice, they'll pay the price.
They'll rule the sky from up on high.
And I get up there.
They're fucked!
Yeah, they really don't know the true power of heaven. And well, I am curious to see how truly strong is this secret weapon going to be. And is Lucifer going to die? Because there's a lot of theories going around that he might die this season, and I'm just like, maybe, but I find that hard to believe since Vivs loves her darlings, her real darlings at least. Oh dang, yeah, so there's a theory going around that, like, hey, Lucy might die. So that's like, oh, shucks. But also, like, people are saying, they're just totally justified. Yeah, it's like, I get it on, like, surface level, I get it. But on the other hand, it's like, how many of these guys are like Serpentious? As in, they were put there for, I guess, smaller means? Because we don't really see those, sinners. We only see the most violent and cruel ones. Where are these sinners that are like Serpentious? If they sprinkled them in a little bit more often, I think then that'd be more like, okay, sure, yeah. They definitely did not deserve this, but we don't see many sinners like that. And even then, Serpentious, even though his sins were minor, the way he acted before the hotel didn't really signify that he was there because of small means. He was still blowing up, terrorizing people in his war blimp. They both get revived via heart via hearts made of magic. Turns out that the beacon is God reborn, and the gears are ancient civilizations that ask God to make their world habitable. Okay. Like, where are the small offense centers? Yeah, I wish they were more sprinkled in, or you saw more instances of that. And then I'll be more like, okay, alright. Yeah, then maybe the exterminations may be a bit extreme, especially because there are people in there that are there for small sins. But because we don't see them, we only see the worst of the worst. I'm like, they don't have any right to be upset because their horrible actions is what got them there. And now they're just living out the punishment that they got themselves. Are you guys talking about Hazmato Season 2? Because I never watched the show. Yeah, we're talking about Season 2. Sorry. Yeah. We're talking about Season 2. At least our thoughts and opinions on some of the plot holes, or some, like, I guess some things that maybe the showrunners didn't really think about when writing this the way they did. The curse of the gears is their anger at the world because fully aquatic because they are machines. They can't survive an aquatic world and perished. Oh. Oh. Oh, so season 1 is done? Yeah, season 1 is done. Season 2 is currently playing right now. Hi, Mochi Doll. It's been a while. How have you been? Been a long time, it has. Magic effect. Ooh. My Tumblr account got hacked. Oh no. Were you able to get it back? Got hacked. Oh. Are you able to get it back? Last but not least, the gears are impossible to get rid of, and the prophecy gets weird because prophecy fulfilled is highly unpredictable. You have now been caught up. Oh, thank you. I actually can't log in. Oh no. That sucks. And I don't know what one would do if like that happened. I don't know how you would get that account back. Can't even change your password? They probably changed the password on Mochi Doll. It'll be so nice in paradise. I gotta go. Nice hanging out with y'all. Bye. Bye, Wolfheart. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Holy shit, is this true? Alice just been defeated by Lucifer? No! That's stuff from Sword TV head.
Where is he? Got him fair and square.
I heard Vox fucked him with a chair.
So I have to make another account. My email has been changed. May have been changed. Oh no. Sorry to hear that.
Now he's surpassed all expectations. As we knew it, it's through it, shaking the foundations. Now that Vox's muscles are flexed, who knows what moves those V's will make next?
So I've had a stroke of luck, it's true, but I'm not one to rest on my laurels. What better time to reinforce our crew? Grab an olive branch, go knock on some doorals. Why should we keep crossing swords? After all, we're all overlords. You know you wanna be bad with us. Come and make angels mad with us. And Zizi, I hear that heaven has some pretty sick venues. Open a club up, make
I'll find a way to get it back. Good luck.
Hey, prick and hatchet, best believe your gang fights are gonna be bad shit with exorcist blades. You can fill heaven with rage.
Oh, maestro, I know a tranquil realm where you can rest. Hey, Zestral, there's old boring shit up there. Books, tea, elder care.
Mi querida Carmilla.
Are you serious?
Yeah, okay. It's the dawn of a new regime. Come on, join the winning team.
It's so much fun to be bad with us. So bad with us.
Cha-cha-cha! Stop it.
Maybe I can just get rid of this. I'm excited for your Christmas Carol year to be finished. Yeah, I doubt it's gonna be finished this year, but at least we'll finally get into the Christmas present chapters. And then after that, that's like one more chapter left and we should be finally done. But until then, we're nowhere near finished. And hopefully I'll have like more time to actually dedicate to this. Since I'll be graduating, I'm not gonna try do YouTube full time just yet. I'll probably get an actual job and try to do YouTube on the side and see how well that goes. Who knows, if YouTube actually does become my main job, yay for both of us, but if not, yeah, it'll probably just be more of a side thing, and if I do get a job in like animation like I hope, even more so. Same here, nice. Yes, focus on the real world job and keep YouTube for fun. Yeah, it's fun returning to these characters again, especially Dolly. I miss Dolly, and I do hope that maybe I can go the I don't want to be a magical girl route where I can just make an animatic of my story, and I can just tell my story via that way. Hugs for Dolly. I miss Dolly. Yeah. It's been such a long time since I drew Dolly. I think this is the only time I drew... Wait a minute, no. I drew Dolly recently. it was just somebody else drew my character Dolly, so I wanted to be nice and I drew their character with my character. So this is one of my animator friends at school, and that's her character. And here's Dolly I drew recently. You look blue, so here's some sugar to sweeten your day. She's so cute. I love Dolly so much. You are the sweetest, cutest little thing. What was that? What's going on? Oh, that's nice, Alice. Thank you. Dolly's like just my sweetest character. So glad you have her. Thank you. Let's see, how much time do we have? How long have we been doing this? Yeah, I gotta check something real quick because I'm getting weird charges to my card. That doesn't seem normal. Weird, okay. Go back here. Oops. Nope. No. Hours ago. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna shorten this chapter by just mainly them focusing on Dolly and just like the small little party she's having at her house, despite being, you know, extremely sick because she's the Timmy of the story. And this is where we see just Dolly's just unwavering kind nature, despite being like screwed over by the world and literally Scrooge also because he fired her because she was just sick so often. He's like, you know what, if you're not gonna be here too often, be here because you're sick all the time, you're fired. Even though she's been working there while she was sick many times for this person. And even so, she still like made him a present. While everyone was like, why are you giving him a present? Out of everyone, you're like the most justified for like not getting him anything or be the most upset. She's like, good old Mr. Franklin Scrooge. Good old Mr. Franklin Scrooge. But she's like, I don't know, he just seems so lonely most of the time. And he doesn't seem to have anyone, and no one deserves not to have any present on Christmas. especially when you are alone. Well, more, I guess her wording should be, no one deserves to be alone on Christmas and not know that no one is not thinking of them or worries for them. And I know Frank's name isn't Franklin, but with how he's treating Dolly, he deserves to be called Franklin. Pretty much. He deserves to be called Franklin. She made him a scarf because the one he's currently wearing is, I didn't draw it very well, but his scarf he currently wears is old. And I like to think that at least this version of Scrooge, while yes, he's rich, he doesn't like to spend a lot. He likes to hoard his wealth. So he tries to be cheap and hold on to things for as long as he can. So Dolly's like, he needs a new scarf. Aww. Just like Scrooge McDuck? Yes, pretty much. From DuckTales, yeah. I love the show because I watched it. I didn't watch too much of the show, but I watched enough. And I was like, it was a really good show, DuckTales. DuckTales, ooh. Danger. Oh, here's a good fan song for Hazbin Hotel. This one's a good fan song.
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all talk like the players can actually hear them.
Proud of you.
But when you have Geico...
Hello, it's me. With your smile, turn the world upside down.
Sit down, I'm gonna tell ya a little story about a sad little fella. He was a dapper Dan Cinderella. Oh, but let me tell ya, it made the other fellas jealous. They made him cry, spit in his eye. How could they pick on such a friendly little guy? This town was kinda broken, not the kind of place you'd leave your doors open. Full of backwoods broke men, still he was scoping. Yeah, he was dreaming, hoping he'd get away, maybe someday. But on the radio, his mama used to play.
When it feels like all the world is wearing a frown, put a smile on and spread it around.
With your smile, turn the world upside down.
What's this called? This is Upside Down, a Hazbin Hotel song by Black Griffin?
Every time he'd hear it, soon he knew every single lyric. Oh, when he would sing it, and in his sleep he'd dream it. All day and night, through every fight. You wouldn't judge him if you knew what it was like. And how, as luck would have it, he got rewarded for his weird new
It's a very good song. I encourage you guys to go and give it a listen and watch the video. It's really good.
He ran away, and he could hear the song his mama used to play.
It's great at passing hotel songs. He is.
With his smile, he turned the world upside down. When it feels like all the world is wearing a frown, put a smile on and spread it around. With my smile, I turned the world upside down.
What was that? Okay, we're gonna finish up. We're gonna speed run this because we're running out of time. But yeah, you know, what I am excited about, like, probably next year when we finally get to like Christmas Future. I'm excited just to draw everybody sad. Messed up, yes, but I'm like, angst. I love my angst. And of course, like Frank being sad and realizing, man, I was an absolute worst boss to Dolly. She did not deserve this. We all live for character angst. Because I think I'm gonna go slightly towards the Disney Christmas Carol one. If you don't remember, like, where it was like weirdly, it was kind of scary for Christmas Carol, even though Christmas Carol is in theming kind of scary in its own right. Like this one. Because weirdly enough, like, this, I don't know why, it's this specific depiction of, like, Christmas Carol that was kind of scary.
It's all still a house.
I only know the Scrooge McDuck Christmas Carol and the Muppet one. There's this one. This is the one I grew up on. I mean, yeah, that is terrifying. Yeah, they went a lot more scarier this route. With this one, it was definitely scary.
How now? What do you want with me? Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
It was scary, this one. A little bit traumatized when I was a kid because this came out in 2009. I was 8 when I saw this.
You do not believe in me.
It's a good thing I had the Barbie version later that made this a little bit easier to palette.
because the littlest thing can affect them. The slight disorder of the stomach can make them cheat. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a lot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a
Damn how
fragment
that
of
3D
underdone
animation is creepy, yeah.
There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Dreadful Aberration! Why do you trouble me?
A man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do! I must! You are fettered in chains. Why?
Where the chain I forged in life, I made it link by link and yard by yard. Can you recognize its pattern? Can you imagine the weight and length of the chain you bear? It was as heavy and long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. Oh, yours is a ponderous chain.
Jacob, tell me no more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. Mark me. In life, my spirit never walked beyond our counting house, never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hole. Now, endless journeys lie before me.
7 years dead, then traveling all the time.
No time, no rest, no peace.
You must have covered a lot of ground in 7 years.
Oh, I was blind! Blind and could not see my own life squandered and misused. Oh, woe is me!
But you were always a good man of business.
Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence. Oh, my business.
Traumatizing for an 8-year-old. Yeah, I'm glad I have the Muppets version to go back to.
My time is nearly gone. I will, but don't be hard upon me, Jacob. Please.
Yeah. This is the main inspiration behind this one. It probably won't be as terrifying, but it does definitely lean into these kind of things. Or at least I want it to. Especially with like Christmas Present and Future. You kind of saw tiny bits of it a little bit in like past when she showed up. But outside of that, like, nah, how she exits and appears, it wasn't anything too bad. Yours wasn't as gruesome. Hopefully it won't be too gruesome. I probably will chill out with it. Oops. Swap back. But I do want, like, Christmas Present and, like, Future, because Wally, to be at least very unsettling. I mean, Welcome in general has some terrifies us. Your story will be tame in comparison. Yeah, probably. She looks so tired. It's about that sickly ex-employee. It's about that sick. Heartless.
Think Verizon's best 5G network is expensive? Think again. This season, bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store for a better deal. Then use those unwanted bills to wrap up goodbye gifts to AT&T. Or cut them into snowflakes to celebrate your switch from T-Mobile. 'Tis the season to save at Verizon. Just bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Requires postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days and same name as person redeeming deal. Additional.
Okay, get out of your ads. We're done here. And my stream timer has came to an end. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope to find more time to stream a little bit more and to also pump out this comic soon, or at least in time before, you know, Christmas and New Year's get around here. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. It'll probably be a very busy time around December because I will be graduating, and of course holidays, job hunting, so many things will be happening. Yeah, so it'll probably be a long time before I stream consistently. But until then, thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!